So I'm recording this video on the 4th of September, Sunday, and my birthday was on Friday, the 2nd. I turned 41. It's interesting how we can fear certain numbers. I remember I used to dread 30. I thought it was so old, and from then on things will be less fun. It's just like downhill, I guess. I don't know, to be honest, what I was thinking or scared of. But 30 just looked so terrifying. And then, of course, 40 was the next monster. But how I prepared myself mentally is from 36 onwards. I told everyone who was my age that I was 40. And I did it for two reasons, mostly to get me into the mood of saying 40. So when the time comes, it doesn't shock me anymore. So I could just easily slide or grow into it. And second of all, I just loved, all the compliments that I got when I said I was 40. And everyone was like, oh, wow, you don't look 40. You look so cool. You look so young for your age. And then 40 came. I think that was my first birthday ever that I just didn't celebrate at all. No cake, no gifts. Even though I thought and expected that 40 would be this crazy special celebration and I would be married again by then and starting my next happy chapter in life, I was alone and probably just sad and depressed and home alone. I got divorced and moved out of my home, or our home, just before my 39th birthday. But since my ex-husband and I stayed best friends and we lived close to each other, he still took me out to dinner and got me just some nice birthday gifts for my 39th. It was kind of low-key, compared to how we celebrated it before, of course, but it was still something. Shortly after, he moved abroad and all of a sudden I was really alone. Of course, I've got friends, but that's just different. And I really felt alone after that. Up until that point, we still met every day. We spent the weekends together as friends. I know you, as an outsider, probably don't understand this and think that it's weird. But we just have this special bond, this deep caring for each other. Not on a romantic level, but on a human level, on a soul level. He's the person who knows and understands me the most. We spent 8 years living together. It's something, right? So there was my 40th birthday last year. And me, alone. I could have organized something. I could have gotten together with friends. But I just honestly wanted it to be over. I just wanted to stay in bed, not talk to or see anyone, or feel like it's just like any other day. It was so not special that I have difficulties trying to remember how it went or what I did exactly. I just know that I didn't give it as much of a respect and celebration that I could have or should have. Probably because I was so not where I wanted to be. I was hoping for better days to come. And a year later, here I am, 41, and I love the person I am becoming. I truly do. Looking back how I used to be, I honestly think that I have come a long way. I feel that I have become a kinder, softer, and more gentle version of myself. And I really started to like who I am. There's still room for improvement, of course, and I'm working on it. But I already truly love who I am becoming. And I feel that the better I feel inside, the better experiences and the nicer people I attract to my life. When I think of all the kind people that I have in my life right now as friends, I just get emotional. I have a very supporting mom as well, but our relationship has always been rocky, difficult. I used to honestly have nothing but hate and resentment towards her. As a kid, I even wished she died. Our relationship has evolved since, and we know that even though our physical presence, a meeting may trigger us still, but we can at least maintain a loving and respectful connection through talking on the phone. We live in different countries, very far from each other. So we do talk on the phone quite often, sometimes even every day. And I'm happy that at least there's a form of connecting for us that works. So I called her on my birthday, and I said, "Happy birth-giving, Mom. You gave birth to me 41 years ago and on this day, and I think we both deserve to be celebrated." And during our long phone conversation, she also kind of apologized for how she can be at times, especially when I'm feeling depressed and I need her to be gentle and loving. She can kind of switch to this hard and cruel mode, and she explained it to me where it comes from. It comes from her own frustration not being able to help or be there for me, and she understood what I need in those moments, and we talked about love languages and our different love languages, and she apologized for the previous mistakes, and it was just generally a lovely conversation. And then my ex-husband called in. We both expressed it to each other how grateful and thankful we are for each other and for those 8 years we shared, because we truly feel that it has helped us evolve so much, and it was healing and fun for the both of us. So we were reminiscing a bit, we were talking about some of the trips we took together, all the fun we had, and it was just lovely. And we have both acknowledged that we have been through so much together, and honestly it was a blessing for both of us. And none of us had a good or strong relationship to our families back then, so we were family for each other. And it's beautiful to see now how we both have mended our family ties since our divorce, and we have zero resentment or anger or negative feelings towards each other. We never actually had, not even when we divorced. We only have love for each other, and it's truly special. And I feel so lucky that it was him who was chosen to be by my side, because he was what I needed then. He was and still is this gentle, loving soul who made me feel worthy of love for the first time in my life. And that really, really changed me. Before him, every man I dated said that I was a special case and hard to handle, and I was just so damaged. And I was, they were right, but I could have never healed or gotten better in a company of a man like that. So I needed someone to see beyond my difficulties and the hard shell and the anger and the frustration I was showing at times, and just see the real me, the potential in me, who I can become, and show me unconditional love regardless. And that was my ex-husband. He saved me, and I will always love him for that. But I also knew that our journey had to end, because our needs have changed and we have changed, and we needed to sort of step up to level 2, and for that we needed different circumstances and different people and a different path. And I just knew that we couldn't continue our journey together. It had to come to an end. It hasn't failed. We never took it as it was a failure. It has served its purpose and it has reached its goal, but it was time for us to move on. So we did. I had to break our hearts, knowing that it was time to let each other go, and knowing that it would be for the better for the both of us. I got confirmation on this from above, and so I just went along and made the decision. And now, 2 years later, looking back, I can say that it has turned out beautifully for the both of us. Around the time of our separation, our conscious uncoupling, we should say, I received this tiny bit of information, again from above, during a meditation, that my next significant other's name will start with the letter P. And I acknowledged that information, but I kind of put it to the side. I wasn't just, going looking for guys named P something. And but the information was there. I dated a lot, and I learned even more about myself, where I was, and what I wanted in a relationship. And I decided to step on a journey of conscious self-improvement and learning to do everything by myself, supporting myself 100%, and through all that, gaining even more self-confidence. I also decided to face my biggest fears, one of which is flying. I've gotten to the point of even enjoying it, but I never dared to fly for longer than 2.5 or maximum 3 hours. And now I can tell you that I am going on my first long-haul flight, 3 hours to Iceland and then 8 hours to the US, to finally meet the man whose name starts with a P. Because I know that he will play a significant role in my life. He already does. If I'm willing to make this trip to a country that I always said that I would never ever want to visit. So he was the first to say happy birthday to me as well this year, and he made that day truly special, and just like he makes every day of mine very special. I will make more videos on that when the time comes, but for now I just want to say how truly blessed I feel and how grateful I am for the people I have in my life, for the people who joined me on this journey, short or long term, who addressed my faults, who opened my eyes to my flaws, who loved me even when I looked like I didn't deserve to be loved, who held me when I pushed them away, and who believed in me, who supported me, and who wanted me to thrive. And all the people I am to meet and love and share time with in the future, I'm just truly happy right now. And I think that is the most beautiful birthday gift that I could have got. On a more material level, the best gift I got is the trip to go see P. Thanks for watching. May your birthday be also special and full of love. I hope to stay in touch with you. You could like this video, subscribe to my channel, follow me on this new chapter, and just take care and keep in touch and see you. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.